This video is sponsored by sellyourmac.com. Apple has officially announced via press release its lineup of new iPads for 2022, featuring the new M2 iPad Pro and the all-new redesigned 10.9-inch iPad. Oh, and there's just like a random Apple TV 4K that dropped as well. Here's everything you need to know about those new products from Apple. All right, so let's quickly start with the iPad Pro. Totally understand why this was released via a press release, as the words underwhelming update might be a little bit too generous. When the first line of the press release is advertising a new Apple Pencil hover feature that apparently relies on the M2 chip in order to accomplish it, but to the average consumer, just seems like a software update that anyone can have on their iPads, well, I think you know you've got quite a minor update. So yeah, the next generation iPad Pro still comes in two sizes. You've got the 11-inch and the 12.9-inch, and they look exactly the same as the previous generation. They have the same displays. There's no mini LED on the 11-inch, but it's still available on the 12.9-inch. It's all the same on the outside, but on the inside, you do get the new M2 chip. Now, according to Apple, the M2 does feature an 8-core CPU, which is up to 15% faster than the M1, with advancements in both performance and efficiency cores, and a 10-core GPU delivering up to 35% faster graphics performance. And then there's that new hover feature, which now detects the Apple Pencil, the second generation Apple Pencil, up to 12 millimeters above the display, which will allow you to see a preview of the mark before you make it. This allows users to sketch and illustrate with even greater precision. So an example of this would be like if you're using Scribble, the text fields will automatically expand when that Apple Pencil gets near the screen, and handwriting will convert to text even faster, at least again, all according to Apple. It's pretty cool, I guess, and I suppose the new 12mm detection probably involves some sort of new hardware, but I still feel like this could be a software upgrade for other Gen 2 Apple Pencil supported tablets. But what do I know? I'm just a guy who's making this video. The new iPad Pro also supports Wi-Fi 6E, making downloads up to 2.4 gigabytes per second, which is now 2 times faster than the previous generation, and there's also support for 5G connectivity. Now, the bigger update comes to just the iPad. The original iPad, no extra fancy name to it, just iPad, which now takes the look of every other iPad on the market, like the iPad mini, the iPad Air, and the iPad Pro. The new 10.9-inch Liquid Retina display encompasses that new squared edge body design that we've come to know and love for the last few years, and also comes in a few new colors like blue, pink, yellow, and silver. The new iPad runs off of the A14 Bionic chip and has an updated 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera that's finally in landscaped mode, which is, basically along the landscaped edge of the iPad, making videos not so awkward, especially if you have it docked on something like the new Magic Keyboard Folio. I'm also confused as to why the largest iPads, the iPad Pros, do not have the landscape camera, as this entry-level iPad does. My guess is something to do with the extra FaceTime components, but man, if there was ever an iPad that needs something like this, it's definitely the iPad Pro. In case you were wondering, you do get center stage on that ultra-wide camera, and also, this new iPad has Wi-Fi 6, 5G support, and USB-C, making connectivity across the board a lot faster. Going back to the Keyboard Folio, I kind of like this new update as it now features a trackpad, unlike the previous version, which was just a Keyboard Folio. I'm kind of hoping that this comes to the larger iPad Pro models in the future as a Magic Keyboard alternative. But yeah, you can pick this keyboard up alongside the new iPad and the iPad Pro starting on October 26th, and pre-orders are open right now as we speak. Apple also dropped a random Apple TV 4K with a very underwhelming spec bump. So that includes the new A15 Bionic chip, also brings along HDR10+, and that's really it. Also, it starts at a new lower price of $129 for the 64 gig, I believe, and then 128 gig with Thread support and Ethernet comes in at $149. But of course, I would love to hear from you in the comments down below, your thoughts about all of these new products from Apple. Are you planning to pick anything up? Let us know in those comments down below. And before we do end this video, I want to give you more information about today's sponsor, sellyourmac.com. Sellyourmac.com is now an OWC company, and Sellyourmac.com is the #1 most trusted Apple trade-in website out there. The website helps Apple users get cash back on their used devices to help fund new Apple device purchases. So whether you are upgrading to the iPhone 14 lineup, or you have a Mac sitting in your closet from your last upgrade, you can get an instant price using the trade-in tool. For a limited time, you can get a $15 bonus on every item over $100 if you head on over to sellyourmac.com right now, which is the safest and easiest place to trade in your used Apple devices. So click the link in the description down below for more details. This has been Dan with Mac Rumors. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you around in the next video.